11:54 a.m. and we have some breaking news. The USA, Biden bans Russian gold imports, as does the G7. So we are no longer allowed to import Russian gold bars. So what that means is you've just lost a big way of buying gold bullion. So are we going to have a pump in gold as this happens? And is it going to be more expensive for the USA and for the G7 country? I mean, this is a breaking news. This is unbelievable. This is something that should not happen. And now they're waging a war against gold bars. This is just the start when it comes to bullion of gold and silver. But this is a major blow to a big part. If you guys buy gold or silver bullion, Russian gold bars are a big part of what we can do here and how the price stays a little more even. So I would not be surprised if gold starts to have a unrealistic push up here in the USA starting in the weeks or month to come. This is not good news if you're looking for a wide variety of being able to buy bullion. This is just the start. I feel like this is just the start of it. So, Almaya, Germany. The U.S. announced on Sunday that it will ban new imports of Russian gold as it steps up efforts to deprive Vladimir Putin of the financial resources he needs to maintain his assault on Ukraine. Biden administration officials made the announcement as the U.S. president prepared to meet with the leaders of France, Germany, Canada, the UK, Italy, and Japan. What do all these nations have in common? The nations collectively make up an economic alliance known as the Group of Seven. The 7 biggest, dirtiest players in the world, less China, not on the list. So they're trying to hamstring us to where we don't have as many options to buy gold. This has nothing to do with the war. This has nothing to do with it. I guarantee it. We have a lot of things going on, and this is going to make it even harder to buy gold. So he can say whatever he wants, but this is, he just thought, what's going on here is these countries don't want you to turn your native fiat into precious metals because they know the more people that do that, the less trading power they have. This is a tactic they use when inflation becomes unrealistic. The United States has imposed unprecedented costs on Putin to deny him the revenue he needs to fund his war against Ukraine, yada, yada, yada. Together, the G7 will announce that we will ban the import of Russian gold, a major export that rakes in tens of billions of dollars for Russia. Other G7 nations are expected to follow suit, with the United Kingdom being chief among them. The UK imports more gold from Russia than any other G7 nation. Gold is the top export for Russia, so punishing Putin, G7 nations will be looking for additional ways to weaken. I don't even care about any of this nonsense. This is all nonsense. So yeah, that's what's going on with the gold. Biden will announce the launch of global infrastructure partnership. Who cares? Biden, blah, blah, blah. Nobody cares about any of that. I just care about the G7 sent to ban new Russian gold imports. So there's a lot of things. As you can see, this is breaking news. I don't want to keep talking about it, but this is what's going to happen. They're going to do it. So this is breaking news that's coming across the wires all day today. So I thought you should know, and now let's get into the chart. Good morning, 11:58 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the East Coast in the United States of America. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in. As you see, the G7 is going to ban imports on Russian gold, that's devastating if you're looking for gold prices to go down lower or stay the same. Because once they start doing this kind of stuff, it's gonna cost a lot more to get your gold. I mean, what comes next? Are they going to say the Swiss? Are they going to start cutting off all these other things? I mean, it's just... So, Dogecoin has bounced off this extended uptrend beautifully. And you can see how it beautifully bounced off. And now it's had a nice pump up here. So, Dogecoin looks to be ahead of the market. It really does. That's a rising channel. So, once it breaks, it probably will break hard. You're always going to have to reconfirm this uptrend until it busts. Let me make sure it's what. Until it breaks down. So you broke out into something like this in an ascending triangle pattern on Doge. Well, Tom, why are you covering Doge? Because it's one that's broke out. Don't you want to see what's going on in the market? Let's see. Bitcoin. We're still at this 21,300 level. We're still trying to hold on. We could have formed a small bear flag just like we did here and then broke down. If we start the bearish cross, I'm still looking for a buy-in around 20,830. If it can break this and come through, it's just, this is going to be rough here because of the pattern it's formed. This is still not come off. It made this explosive top. This is a rising channel it's been in. And a lot of times these do have an explosive move before they break down. Would I be surprised if Bitcoin found its way up here at some point before a major drop? No. It's just going to have to show broader base support. And I think if it could come here and get that little bounce and fake people out, but it doesn't necessarily have to do that. It's already faking people out by what it's doing right now. There's no guarantee it has to come all the way down there now because it popped up higher than I was anticipating. That could have even created a head and shoulders there, a short-term head and shoulders where you do this, 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 down, and then back up. So that's what I'm watching right now for Bitcoin, XRP. And if you want to join Tom's Army, I'd really appreciate it. Haven't had a new member in 7 days. So, it is what it is. Links in the video description below. Couldn't even tell you the last time there was a donation sent, so I don't even want to go there. But that's all in the video description below. And also, subscribe to the channel if you're new, return, share this far and wide on social media. That does not cost you a single thing. In fact. Let's see. The 20-day is at 35837 on the 4-hour time frame. So you could have buyers stacking up there because most people don't know how to read a chart, so they just do technical trading. So I like to exploit those areas if I can. I mean, if this builds like this, it's one of those things. Are we going to have an impulse move to the downside first? Or are we going to actually, we keep confirming these areas. We actually hit the downtrending support as, or the resistance as support for the first time in XRP. So this could confirm, and in fact, it could confirm a breakout. It's just, if we break back through here, then we might have to come all the way down here. So right now, XRP's done exactly what it needs to do. It reconfirmed here at 36 cents. Now it's back up to about 36.5 area. Would I necessarily buy here? Probably not. I would like it to come down here to 35.5 and just reconfirm this area for a few hours. But it's not guaranteed it's going to do that. But that's what I'm looking at. And in the farther out pattern, you can see we're still in a descending triangle. So even if we get some great big run up, some miraculous move, I mean, there's a lot of room up here still. So if XRP really wanted to do the great big pattern, you know, but are we more likely to break down here or break up? In the grand scheme of things and market conditions, in the immediate short term, I think we're due to break up. In the immediate short term, and I'm deleting all this nonsense, and if you want to know more, join my Telegram. I'm going to do basic charts to where I don't have to do 100 different things on here just so the general audience can follow. If you would like more information, join me on my Telegram. Other than that, I'm exhausted. I get too many people requesting too many things, and not seeing a single person join in 7 days is a little disheartening, which it's not the end of the world. But it's definitely a lot of work. So I appreciate the ones that are paying it forward. But as far as like, I just got to keep this basic. So if I keep it basic, it's less exhausting. So if you want the finer details, you can go in the Telegram and get the finer details. Other than that, I do a live stream every night, 8 to 9 p.m. You can join that on Twitch. So this is what we're in. This is what we're in. Our descending triangle in the shorter time frames. So we have resistance up here at 36,730. We have underneath support down here at 31,863. We have a bullish Gartley W reversal. So I've been saying since the beginning of this pattern, whether some people think it's not important, I think it's important. It hit it on the downtrending line. And I think that XRP, before it's all said and done, it's at least going to come up to 40 cents, in my opinion. But if this wants to break out in a true way, I could totally see XRP all the way back up here, and I'm going to get the questions all the time. Will XRP come back down? And I contend that I think it's coming down lower. But like I said, I would never tell anybody to sell it when it got all the way down to 31 cents for fuck's sake, or 32 cents. But what I said is I would start layering in when it got sub 30 cents, which is exactly what I did when I showed everybody when I bought a bunch of XRP because I wanted to have it. Sold it out after a percentage and kept 1,222 still. So I have my plan laid out. If you say otherwise, you're full of crap, you know. So make sure you're paying attention. Make sure you're not bullshitting my audience and gaslighting what my content is. My content's first class. Nobody does it like this. Nobody cares about you like I do. And in fact, most people wouldn't do it like this because it's just not worth their time and energy with all the nonsense. But to me, it's worth it every single day. I'll continue to grind like this. And if you'd like to support me and pay it forward and join Tom's Army for $9.99 a month, get the exclusive Telegram. I mean, you can literally all day, every day. It's not just me. There's multiple people that understand the charts in here. And we're talking. We've created a community here. But as you can see, there's 259 people in here. If you're in here trying to dick me, there's only 246 members of Tom's Army. So if you're in here not paid up, end of the day, you're out.